Hey guys, Jason for Chart Guys here, taking a look at Tesla. Tesla saw a very nice strong day thanks to the overall market, and that has pushed us well inside the zone of resistance, which is this purple weird rectangle here. Now, I want to point out that we are still in the zone of resistance, so we could very easily pull back from this as we have done every other time that we've got into this area. Granted, it's only been twice, and every time we've done that, it's been during regular trading action. We've pulled back from that in regular trading action. And today we have almost a Marabouzo close. We're only 22 cents away from the high day with this nice strong close. Not sure what we're doing in after hours yet. We'll need to check that out. But until we break conclusively outside of the zone of resistance, we will be playing very, very cautiously and potentially seeing a downturn rather than upside continuation. We need to break out of this. We need to break over 232.44. Very possible we'll do that tomorrow, but I want to wait to see when that happens before I start placing my bets. All right. So daily time frame, things looking good for the bulls if they can get out of the zone of resistance. Should they fail to do that, we will look for pullback and staying inside this trading range, which has served us well since the end of July. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we are in a 4-hour uptrend. We still have this resistance we need to get over, 232.44. And if you're going to play the after hours levels, 233.30 is your actual high. That is going to be a little bit of a key resistance as well. So let me just mark that out so we are reminded of it as we look at the setup tomorrow. So 4-hour trend has changed. We are no longer setting lower lows, lower highs. We are setting higher highs and higher lows. So that is good. And on the hourly time frame, a little bit of chop. We can see that we have 228.47, which is a lower high, but we have established a higher low. So, and again, a higher high inside the zone of resistance. So this is where things get dicey. And it's the reason we stop, we step back, and we allow the price action to do its thing. Price discovery is what's happening. We don't know where the prices are going to go. The market is going to dictate what happens, and the market dictates action, and we respond to action through technical analysis. So we're going to wait to see what happens here. If we break out of this level, break over 233.30 and 232.44, let's check out our daily resistance levels. We have a little bit of resistance up here at 239.80, and then another one way over here at 246.68. But should we get over those levels, once we break above those two resistances, we got a nice cloud of pretty much no daily resistance that we can really plow through should bulls be ready and willing to do so. So we will be following that very closely, again watching for a nice break outside of the zone of resistance. Should we fail to do that, we will be looking at the pullback and 4-hour supports. We have support currently. Where is this candlestick is hiding? There it is. Low of 219.21, 217.60, and then support at 211. And of course, if we ever get back down there, that zone of resistance, zone of support coming into play again as well. So an exciting day for Tesla. Let's see if the markets can carry this rally and see if these SPY bulls and all the excitement and hype that they're bringing can be carried over into Tesla and get us outside of this daily range. It's going to be an exciting day tomorrow, regardless of what happens. I appreciate you watching the video, and I look forward to tomorrow's video. Should be a good one. Hey friends, Jason here for Chart Guys, taking a look at Apple. You look at this chart, and it's hard to see what's going on until you connect the dots and until you use these after hours and pre-market information to help you sort of navigate the price action. So if you look at this just on the daily time frame, it looks like just things are jumping around, chopping around, and you might wonder how the heck you get a hold on this sort of action and be able to use technical analysis to your advantage. Sometimes it's difficult, admittedly. But, you know, Apple, if you connect the dots, read between the lines, you can see what's going on here. We're getting this tightening range, and we've almost broken out of it with a high over 214.44. And you might be wondering, well, how can you say that you can use technical analysis? We're getting gaps everywhere, and there's no supports, resistances. It's all just random noise. Yeah, I get that. It looks like that on the daily time frame. But when you zoom in and you use your small time frames and you use your after hours and your pre-market, you can see how this stuff comes into play. So here we are. First thing this morning, we get a very, very strong open. And then what do you know? We come down, we test 211.07, we establish a base of support. We already know that we have support from 211.02 from way over here on our daily time frame. That was a high of after hours resistance support, 211.02. Let's zoom in on the 15 and actually figure out where that came from. So here we are, high pre-market on August 30th. Now, if we go to today's action, we see that coiling spring coming into play, a lot of strength on the 4th, and it just continues to coil until this morning, and we see that jump up. We see us come down, back test that 211.02 area as support, confirm it again as a support level, and then we see the bulls having confirmed that support, gaining that confidence, and they just take that rocket ship right out of the gate, hit a high day 213.97, they come down, hit a low 211.51, get that trend change, and now we're looking at a green candlestick after multiple days of just being choppy. So, you know, in reality, this is going to be a difficult chart to trade. But if you're aware of your levels and you're using your after hours and your pre-market and you're looking for areas of strength and using those zones of support and resistance, you can benefit from finding those areas of double bottom support and making a bet that says, look, if bulls are moving this far up, they're eager. We know we're in a daily EQ if we're connecting the dots. We've confirmed the support twice. We know it's a support resistance level from a previous trading period. I'm going to place my bets that we're moving to the upside. And if I'm wrong, it's okay, because I can have a stop loss just on the other side of that 211.02 level. And if it breaks, I'll take my loss. I'll live another day. But if it doesn't, I'm going to have a great trading opportunity. And if I just played my 5-minute RSI, you would have had a pretty good chance to make some good money today. So sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's easy. On Apple daily time frame, if you're just using this chart, you can watch for that EQ. But it's all about those sub time frames, using all of the knowledge that you have and making good choices. So where are we today on Apple? Well, we have that 214.44 resistance. If we have upside continuation and we see some more strength, I'd like to see us do this during regular trading action. I'd love to break over that level, back test it, similar to how we did over here. We broke over, back tested, confirmed the support before moving on. If we're able to do that and the market allows us to do that, we have quite a bit of range here on the daily time frame for the bulls to rampage through. Resistance on the daily, 221.37 is next after 214.44. Should we be rejected from that level, or we see some downturn in action, we do have a supports to watch out for. We can again look to 211.02 for a support, and then we have some 4-hour support way down here at 207.32 and then 204.22. Exciting day tomorrow, I think, for some trading action. Hopefully it's not the slow Friday that we've been growing used to over the summer, but good setups. And if we get a good show of strength and continuation in the general market tomorrow, should be some good trading opportunities. Certainly we've been beaten down long enough that we want to see some strength. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Have a splendid afternoon. Hi guys, Jason here for TheChartGuys, taking a look at Netflix. Netflix had a much weaker open than some of the other tech names that we saw, and we even saw a bearish attack with its dip to the lower day, but good volume today, and this volume actually says a lot about what the market is doing, because we saw a lot of shares traded, and we saw a lot of bulls buying this dip up. And with the general market doing what it is doing, it continues to show some strength, and the other tech names continue to show some strength. We have a potential to change this trend. And to get over here on the daily time frame to change this trend, we need to see a high above 299.93. So quite a ways to go. We got to get up here. Maybe we can do, or at least get close to that level tomorrow and start establishing a higher low if we reject. But we have the foundations for a trend change if we can get the job done. And based on volume, I think people are at least willing to give it a try right now. But resistance on the daily time frame, 299.93, and we have EMA resistance we need to watch out for. It has come into play several times in the past few weeks, so we do need to be aware of that. It is currently sitting at 295.29, and that'll change, of course, with tomorrow's action, but keep an eye on that EMA resistance. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we are still in a downtrend. We've set a lower low. Now we're looking for a lower high. Again, we need to get over that 299.93 hourly time frame. Very similar story, lower highs, but we have a higher high over 293.49. So volatility is increasing, and that is where you see this chop action. We get a widening range, and then someone needs to win the fight. You can't just keep going crazy chop city. I don't have a more eloquent way to say that, but sometimes you get what's called a diamond formation, where you open up and then you tighten up and then you get a break either up or down, that sort of idea. So be keeping an eye on that. Personally, I'd love to see us going for the bull side of things. We've been going down to too long on Netflix, and I'm going to be looking for that daily break over 299.39, 299.93. And should we lose that, really the only support we have right now is the low of today's 282.79. So hoping for the bulls to get up over this level and change this trend. Everything else so far, pretty bearish. 4-hour time frame, daily time frame. The seeds are there. Now we need to see if the bulls are going to make the most of this opportunity. That's it for today, guys. Check it in tomorrow. Have a good Thursday. Hey guys, Jason here for TheChartGuys, taking a look at Amazon. Amazon crushed it today, really leading the pack as far as tech names that I've been watching. And a lot of strength, good volume, nothing out of the ordinary, but a lot of strength here. Breaking over 1829.58, and it was a nice continuation off of the hourly trend. We'll pay attention to that. And it's time to clear up our charts today, so we'll be doing that and getting ready for our new price action, new price discovery, seeing what's next. On the daily time frame, we do have, well, if we even open below this, we have high day resistance, 118.42, and then I'm going to be looking over here for some resistance at 1909.89. Quite a ways to go, obviously, on the daily time frame. So not a lot of resistance on the daily. If bulls really want to move and make some big action like they can do way over here, it'll be a good trading day if we see that bull strength continue. On the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we are setting higher highs. We've changed this trend. We've got a higher low. We got a higher high now. Things are looking good. And on the hourly time frame, pretty much what we anticipated to happen did. We set higher highs, higher lows. Here's our higher high, a little bit earlier than we anticipated. And we have not quite really reaffirmed that higher low or built the base of support. But you know what? It is there. And we will be looking for continuation. And we're going to use 1814.76 as a higher low support. And interestingly, I'm not sure exactly where that level comes from, 1829.58. If we go to that 15-minute time frame, we can see how 1859.58 came into area of support, very important area of support, and we can see how that works. Maybe it looks a little bit better on the 5-minute time frame, but there you go. We get that hourly trend, we get that breakout, we get that sideways consolidation, an ever so tightening range. We dip our toes back into support, find it, and with that confidence, the bulls just take right off. So things looking good on almost every time frame. We need to see a little bit of consolidation on the hourly because we are at 75.81, and on the 4-hour time frame, probably not quite over, about 67.60, looking good. We need to see that 4-hour high or low set. And I am eager and ready and very hopeful for some good bull moves to come to the sector tomorrow. Let's see what happens, and I hope that my excitement is not led astray. Be very, very mindful of early morning action tomorrow. Watch those key supports levels and resistances. See what that early morning action is going to tell us, and pay close attention to oil and pay close attention to the general market to see what that information is going to dictate for us. Have a good night, guys.